Hello, my name's Paul and this is Paul's British English. Today we're going to talk about some sentences that many of my students use. Now these sentences are not incorrect, but they sound very awkward and there are better sentences that you can use. I'm going to give you today 4 different examples. Okay. The first sentence I've heard used when a student asks for somebody to go somewhere with them, perhaps to go to their house, and they would say, "Come to my home." Now, grammatically, that is not wrong. It's far from wrong. But it sounds far too much like an instruction, and it could be viewed as being maybe a little rude. So rather than saying, "Come to my home," you could say, "Drop by my house," or "Come over to my house," or "Come around to my house." And the tone of voice in that is quite important as well. So in the second sentence, the tone of voice is much lighter, whereas in the first sentence, it sounds much more like an instruction. So do not say, "Come to my home." You should say, "Drop around my house," or "Come over to my house." That's much more natural. The second sentence we're going to talk about again is a sentence which is used when somebody is trying to give advice. Let's say it's cold outside and you say to somebody, "You had better wear a jacket." Now, a much better sentence would be, "You should wear a jacket." Had better sounds like an obligation. It can be viewed as quite rude if you say it directly to somebody else. It almost sounds like an instruction. Should is a polite recommendation. So if you say you should wear a jacket, it's like saying when you go outside, it's probably going to be cold or it will be cold, so wearing a jacket is a good idea. So you should wear a jacket. And again, tone of voice is quite important with this. So if you say you had better wear a jacket, it sounds very pushy and a little bit rude and perhaps like you're giving them an instruction, whereas you should wear a jacket, much lighter, softer, and much more like a recommendation, so a better sentence, a more polite way of saying it. Okay? The next sentence we're going to talk about is a sentence, let's say you're in a bar or you're at home and you're going to have a drink with friends. Now, I've heard students say, "Would you like to drink something?" Now, that in English isn't incorrect, but if you're in a bar or if you're at somebody's house and they're about to give you a drink, now the obvious answer to that is yes, I would like to drink something. That's why I'm in a bar or a pub. A nicer way of saying it would be, "Would you like something to drink?" Now, that, again, as a non-native speaker, doesn't sound too different from "Would you like to drink something?" But if you phrase it by saying, "Would you like something to drink?" that's like saying to them, "I'm going to buy you a drink," or "I'm going to give you a drink. What would you like? Tell me what drink you would like and I will give you that drink." So a more natural sentence would be, "Would you like something to drink?" rather than "Would you like to drink something?" Okay, so "Would you like something to drink?" That's the good sentence. And finally, one that we've talked about before, but this is one that is a regular thing, so it needs to be stressed. Students will say, "I'm going to go to my home." Right. When you're talking about home, it's a place that you go to all the time, so you drop the preposition. You don't need to. So you could say, "I'm going to go home." You don't need to say "to my," because I know it's your home, so that's redundant. And you could just say, "I'm going to go home," because it's somewhere that you always go. So you don't need the "my," because I know it's your home. It would be strange if you were going to somebody else's home. You'd probably be going to their house, but you wouldn't be going to their home because it wouldn't be your home. And you don't need the "to" because you're always going there. So you just say, "I'm going to go home," not "to my home." Okay. So those are 4 sentences which I hear from students regularly. The sentences are not wrong grammatically, but they just sound awkward. They sound like non-native sentences. So try to remember a more polite way sometimes of saying it and a more natural way of saying those sentences as we've demonstrated in this video. And that will make your English just sound a bit nicer when you're actually speaking, and it'll make it sound a lot more natural. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Also, you can subscribe to us here on YouTube. You can like us on Facebook, and we have our own blog on Naver, and you can find us there. And we have our own website, which is www.paulsbritishenglish.com. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.